there, Stampers. Marie from my Tanglewood Cottage. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little treat bag. For this particular bag here, I've used some designer series paper called Into the Woods. I've been busy making a bunch of these. I'm going to be making these for Thanksgiving to put on my table for little treats for my guests. But today I'm going to be using the designer series paper called English Garden. You get 12 sheets with this particular designer stack. It's double-sided. You get 2 of each. What I really like about this particular paper stack is that you get some feminine paper, but you also get some masculine paper. So it's great for making projects for both. I'm going to be using the stamp set called Lighthearted Leaves. I'm going to be using this stamp and this stamp from this set. I am going to be adding some interest behind the leaf with the Gorgeous Grunge stamp here, this one with the little specks. Then I'm also going to be cutting out my leaf with leaflets, and leaflet framelets, and I'm going to be using this little die cut. Now, if you don't have the die cut, don't worry about it. You can hand cut it out. So what I'm going to be using is my Simply Scored tool, and I'm finding there's so many uses for this. I really do love it, this particular tool. Here's the paper I decided on. It is, again, like I said, from the English Garden. It measures 10 by 5. I'm going to use a piece of Whisper White that measures 2 by 3 1/4, and a piece of Mossy Meadow that measures 2 by 2. To make this bag, you're going to start with your paper in portrait mode. And you're going to take your scoring tool and you're going to score it at 1 1/4, all the way down. You're going to rotate your paper, and then you're going to score it at 1 1/4 all the way down again. Now put your paper in landscape, and you're going to score it at 4 inches. Rotate your paper all the way around, and score it again at 4 inches. Okay, so now we need to crease this really well. So I fold it over. I use my bone folder to put a nice heavy crease in this paper. So fold it at all score lines. So what we're going to do next is we're going to fold it in long ways. And with this, you're going to see at your 4-inch, you're going to see your 4-inch score line right here. You're going to take your paper, the outside edge of it, and at that 4-inch score line, you're going to fold it down to this 1 1/4 inch score line here. So you're going to pick it up, you're going to gently just take your finger on the inside and you're going to push it down. Then you're going to give it a good crease. You're going to do the same on the other side. So again, at the 4-inch score line, draw your paper up and push it down and push that 4-inch score line to the outside edge of that 1/4 inch score line. Give it a good crease again. Turn your paper over. We're going to do the same exact thing. The edge at the 4-inch score line. I don't know if you can see that there, but we're going to give it a good crease. We're going to do the same on this side. So just at the 4-inch score line. And I put my finger right here at that score line just to kind of help guide the paper. Pick it up again. Give it a good crease. So it's going to look like this. And then to make the bag, all you do is pull it up. And look at that, you've got your bag made already. Well, we're not done with it yet, but we will set it aside for a minute. And we're going to now take our piece of Whisper White cardstock. We're going to grab our greeting, and we're going to stamp with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So ink up your stamp. I always like to tell my customers, just pretend you're kissing here, just these little tiny pecks. You don't want to smish it, so just kind of just peck, give yourself a little kiss there, so to speak. And then you're going to stamp it about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. I like to hold my stamp there just for a few seconds. I want to make sure that my ink transfers well. And next I'm going to take the stamp from Gorgeous Grunge, and I'm going to be using Blushing Bride, and ink it up. Again, especially with these new stamp pads, you know, you don't want to be really pushing your stamp into your ink, because then you get the ink around the outside edges, and if you happen to rock your stamp, then you end up with the line on your card or your paper, whatever you're making. So just stamp it down, straight up, ink up your stamp again, and just stamp it down and straight up. We're just adding some interest behind the leaf, so you don't, and it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be covering the majority of it up with the leaf. So we want to stamp our Mossy Meadow. We're going to be using Mossy Meadow ink in our leaf stamp. We're just going to put that in the center. Just hold it there for a second or two. That way the ink transfers well. Okay, so now I'm going to get out my Big Shot. And I am using magnetic platform. Because I want my leaf die to stay in place. And it usually does with the regular one too, but I do love this magnetic platform because it really does hold my dies where I want them. Oops. And we have a leaf. Woohoo! Okay, so now we just need to glue the leaf on. Our little banner here. It doesn't take much of this ink or this adhesive. You know, and you can use any kind of adhesive you want. I happen to use the liquid glue that we sell from Stampin' Up. So just place your leaf there on your piece. Now we're going to grab our bag again. So remember, all you need to do is just push it up here. Put our little banner type thing there on. And I'm going to be using a clothespin. I like the clothespins. I love it too when we use ribbon and whatnot, but I love the clothespin because it's so easy. I don't have to punch anything. I don't have to run ribbon through. I just can put my clothespin in and it holds my bag shut. I like to take the edges or these pieces that are kind of out here a little bit, and I just push them in. Just kind of give them a little rub with my finger, and it kind of just creases it just a tiny bit. So I hope you enjoyed this little bag. If you'd like to make your own treat bag, why don't you go ahead and visit my website at mytanglewoodcottage.net. And if you'd like to purchase the items from me, you can click on the Shop Now button and it'll take you to my website, my online store. You know what? Better yet, why don't you get together with a bunch of your friends and you can each make your own. And I can show you how. Thank you for visiting, and I hope you have a great day.